From my earliest Christmas memory, my family always sat around the living room and listened as my dad opened the big green living Bible and read the Christmas story. And after Dad read the Christmas story, we would open gifts. I was convinced that Dad read it as slow as he could. I'll do it a little different today. I'm not going to wait until I'm done to open gifts. Instead, I want to open some gifts as we read the Christmas story. Now, before we even start, I want to apologize for the Christmas lies that our family Christmas team has told. They feel guilty about that. I do not, because I have not lied this Christmas season. The family Christmas team started working on this day the week after last year's family Christmas. Spent a lot of time thinking and praying, asking God to lay on their hearts and the hearts of others people to bless and help this Christmas. Now, it's always interesting when there's only a couple weeks left until family Christmas, people start coming to me with ideas. And I just want to say to all of you, if you have suggestions, make them in March, not in December. Too late. The spirit of giving through family Christmas has grown over the years. Businesses, connection groups, ministry teams, families, individuals have generously given to make these gifts possible. People who themselves received at past family Christmases have given to bless others. Every gift you see given in all four services was funded by an individual or by a group. And it seems like there's always someone who says, well, that's not possible. When you're committed to a generous life and putting others first, it's awesome what's possible. And there are some cool stories of people giving who've sacrificed in response to God's prompting, chosen to remain anonymous, and allowed me the privilege of giving their gifts today. And I thank you. Let me make something clear. We reach out and care for people all year long. We don't let a family stay hungry so we can feed them at family Christmas. We're not cruel and stingy so we can have one day of giving. This year, you have shared almost 4,000 bags of groceries with people in need. So thank you. Thank you for sharing clothes and furniture and food and cars and funds all year long. The spirit of giving is not just for Christmas. Will we meet every need today? Not a chance. And you might think, well, I have needs. Celebrate with these. Share the joy of seeing His supply and meet needs, and know that God has you in mind as well. If His eye is on the sparrow, then I'm confident that He's watching you. Today, from the books of Matthew and Luke, we want to read the Christmas story. I reserved the right to interrupt a few times. Sheriff, we're going to let you start there. Matthew chapter 1, verse 18.
This is how the birth of Jesus Christ came about. His mother Mary was pledged to be married to Joseph.
They were pretty young, Mary and Joseph, when they were chosen by God for a special assignment, the responsibility of raising God's son. That's a lot of pressure on someone young. But God's anointing and assignment is not reserved for the old. God uses children and students to make a difference. And I want to introduce you to a young man who God is using in a special way. And I want to invite Yoan Sanders to join me on the platform. Hey, son.
Hi, Bill.
Have a seat. I got to hide my script because I know you. He's sneaky. Yoan is a junior at North Little Rock High School. State champion football team. Yoan's incredibly intelligent. He made a 32 on his ACT. Yeah, pretty proud of that. And he wants to be an astrophysicist, which means this is really my only chance to have a conversation with him because I don't speak that language. When Yoan's not at school or church, he participates in chess tournaments. I will never play him in a chess tournament. Yoan's been active in ministry for several years. He serves in Cool Kids, our ministry to special needs children. He leads our student ministry connection class on Saturday nights. He has tremendous leadership ability. He's loved and respected by both his peers and adults. He has integrity and a tender heart and a wonderful servant's attitude. Ewan's family's had a difficult year. Car accidents, challenges in business. It's been tough. But through it all, Ewan has stayed consistent and enthusiastic and supportive. I love this kid, and I get to spend a lot of time with him this year rehearsing for our Christmas production. And I just appreciate that you never make me feel stupid, even though you're smarter than me. So thanks for that, pal. He's a great encourager. He's a wonderful example for our students. I think his greatest attribute might be his love for people. And Yohan, it's my honor to present you with the Young Leaders Award, which is presented to a young leader who leads with integrity and love and demonstrates our core value that every soul matters to God. And it just says this, presented to Yohan Sanders, in recognition of your ministry, faith, integrity, and commitment to be a lifelong follower of Jesus Christ, December 16th, 2017. And Yohan, a couple weeks ago, I was in a meeting and talking about this award and all the different things you do at the church. And what happened next was really neat. Really, our only plan was to give Yohan this award tonight. But when we started talking about it, the people I was talking to in the room gave a spontaneous offering to bless you this Christmas. And so they all pitched in to buy you some gifts for Christmas, and so here they come. First thing is that we have scholarship to all reality events for this year, including the Deepening, which is our annual camp for students. Yeah, it is. Okay, now, and listen, bud, you got to open fast. All right, so this is not no dignified, this is go after it. I might help you out, yeah, I might. The great thing is, Yohan spent today helping us, and we made him carry his own gifts to the platform. True story, he thought they were for a girl, and he said, man, this girl is really getting a lot of stuff. Surround sound and a sound bar. That's a pretty good gift. Okay, keep moving there, son. Faster, bud. Don't make me start opening your presents.
You might have to. It's a lot.
Rip it. Clothes. It's a typical kid reaction to clothes. They're nice clothes. Don't give that kind of reaction. They're great clothes. Look at that. You'll look good in that, man. You'll be a babe magnet wearing that. I don't know. It's all right. I'll help show stuff that he doesn't show. That's fine. It's going to be good looking. Yep, I like it. Let's check it out. Yep, absolutely. I like it. All right, keep moving. You going to lose stuff later?
Yeah.
More clothes. Let's see what this is. Oakley. I like Oakley stuff. I actually like that one. Let's see if we wear the same size, man.
Oh, we do.
Yeah, I like that too. That's pretty sweet. Okay, I'm just handing stuff back.
You guys got a lot of stuff.
All right. Yeah, we did. What are these? Are these joggers? Oh, I love joggers. Very nice. That'd look good on me right there. Oh, you got two pairs of joggers. Sweet. All right. You get to be fit. All right, what else? Let me see it. You got to at least look at it.
I am.
I did tell you to go quick.
told me to go.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. I'd wear that. This is awesome. I'm so glad we're the same size. Dude, if you gain 30 pounds this year, I'm going to have a good Christmas next year. Can only hope. What is it? Oh, wow. Lots and lots of jeans. All right, that's a good thing right there. I'm sure he'll look at all this later, but I'm trying to keep him moving. Vans, sweet. All right. Let's see what size shoes you wear there, son.
Wait, did you guys figure out my shoe
No,
size?
you got little feet. Yeah. How did we figure out his shoe size? Oh, your mom was in on it. Well, actually, she didn't know. We were asking random questions. Flannels, that's good for the cold winter that starts this week. Sweet. Xbox One S. Are you a gamer?
I am.
You are? That's awesome. Okay, now this will mean nothing to 99.9999% of you, but Yohan loves to read chess books and study chess strategy. And this right here is my favorite chess book. Oh, man. Check it out. Look, there's a whole page on Morphe's concealed mate.
Yeah.
And I know Morphe, and I always wondered, he's married. That's awesome. All right, what do we have? We have iTunes gift cards, a game to go with the Xbox, another controller to go with the Xbox. That's pretty important. I'm going to guess more clothes. What do you think? Doesn't feel like clothes? What does it feel like? It's one of a kind? Is it really? Oh, that's very cool. Like handmade one of a kind. Is it a chess set, I'm guessing? Does it open? Oh, wow. Are those hand carved too, Mark? They are. Wow. I spent hours on that, baby. I got a splinter, a matter of fact. Look, that's from the horsey. Adidas, very nice. All right, and then one big gift here.
This one was pretty heavy.
That's
You
good.
knew that was heavy.
He said this is pretty heavy when I carried it in. Well, Yohan, this group of people who love you wanted to get you one more thing that you didn't carry in.
We gotta get that girl together. Cut that girl off. Yeah, boy.
Where does the award go? Yoan, come get your award, man. We love you. Merry Christmas. I'm proud of you, son. Okay, we're not going to let you try to drive that out.
That's a good idea.
Yes, that would be rather historic. Good way to meet an insurance agent. Sell your chess set to pay for the church that you broke. The card is dead? Are you serious? Oh, that's awesome. How is that possible? You know what? Let's just leave it right there. That'll be wonderful. I think that's a good thing. Yep. And and the people who love you, they're going to buy you one more thing. I'm going to tell them right now, a new battery for your car. There you go. All right. Cindy, you want to pick up reading there? Okay, Sheriff, keep going.
But before they came together, she was found to be with child through the Holy Spirit. Because Joseph, her husband, was a righteous man and did not want to expose her to the public disgrace, he had in mind to divorce her quietly. But
that would have been a disaster for Mary. Joseph faced public disgrace, but Mary faced being a single mom in a day when women didn't work. If Mary wasn't married, there'd be no way to provide for herself and for her soon-coming child. There's no doubt it's still a huge challenge to be a single mom. And one of our core values and our guiding statement is every soul matters to God. Every soul, regardless of social standing, financial position, age, race, or religious background. We love single moms who are committed to walking with them through the parenting process. Tomorrow we'll be hosting our single moms and their children for our annual Christmas celebration. We have 192 single moms joining us for lunch. It's a highlight of the Christmas season. All right, go ahead, Sheriff. I'm sorry.
But after he had considered this, an angel of the Lord appeared to him in a dream and said, Joseph, son of David, do not be afraid to take Mary home as your wife, because what is conceived in her is from the Holy Spirit. She will give birth to a son, and you are to give him the name Jesus, because he will save his people from their sins.
Joseph had no reasonable reason to believe Mary's story, but he obeyed God and took Mary as his wife. Mary was willing to be used by God. Joseph was obedient. As a result, they were used by God in a miracle. And still today, God chooses ordinary, obedient people for extraordinary assignments. I want to ask our director, who's directing in the video room, Mary Ann Harrington, to leave the switcher and come join me on the stage. Not really sure how to fill this awkward, empty spot. This is when we could have sang the second verse of that song. Or perhaps Lane could have sang the right verse of the song. You have to know one of the traditions is Mary Ann's Christmas outfits. And I was so afraid that she was going to wear the Christmas outfit tonight, where she's dressed like an elf. And it's awesome. But it would not have been quite as awesome in this setting. I want to just take a minute or two and tell some of Mary Ann's story. Mary Ann was raised in the Catholic Church. And when she was about 15 years old, she made the decision to serve the Lord totally and completely. She entered a convent and had dreams of winning people to the Lord. At age 17, she was ready to become a nun, but her parents refused to give permission because they felt like she was too young and inexperienced. Her mother's response to it was, before you make a decision like that, you need to experience the world. And so Mary Ann did. She went to nursing school and began to experience the world. She started drinking, spending time with the wrong kind of people. During those years, Mary Ann did her best to break every commandment. She's not proud of the things she did, and she's often wondered how many blessings she missed during that time of rebellion. Later, Mary Ann had fallen far from God. No prayer, no church, no relationship with Him. When her kids started grade school, she knew they needed to know the Lord, but she didn't feel qualified to teach them, so she started taking them to church. And during their teenage years, they started coming here to FirstNLR. They seemed so excited about church that Mary Ann decided to check it out for herself. She couldn't understand why they were so excited, and she wanted to know if it was a cult. And she asked him, she said. When she finally visited, what she found was not a cult, but a place where she could receive love and grow in relationship with the Lord. About 4 years later, Mary Ann's marriage was falling apart. She was frustrated, angry, resentful, hurt. She was a psych nurse with an expert in teaching anger management, but couldn't apply it to her own life. She was in a state of clinical depression, suicidal. And one day, while standing in the back of the sanctuary, where was it? Was it back over here? That's what I thought. Praying silently and crying, she told God she couldn't handle it anymore. She begged Him to do something and give her peace. Mary Ann came to the altar and turned everything over to the Lord and experienced that peace. She described it later as like being cradled in the arms of her Heavenly Father. Mary Ann wrote, we tricked her into writing this, by the way. He brought me 360 degrees back to where He wants me. He's never forsaken me. He does not see me as unworthy. It's fulfillment for me being used by God to further His kingdom. It seems so important that we listen for His voice to guide and mold us. God will take us places we never dreamed of or thought possible. He will provide us the means, the talents, and the ability to minister to people who He wants in loving relationship with Him. And that's what Mary Ann does. She is a faithful servant of the Lord who loves people. She's involved in so many ministries at our church. She's driven a bus for years to pick up people for services at Metro. She works at Metro, our inner city campus, on Thursdays and Fridays. For many years, she worked and led a team that fed the homeless on Saturday morning. She served in leadership in our singles ministry. She serves on Saturdays and Sundays as our video director. She makes breakfast every Sunday morning for our production team and me. Which, let me just pause and say, if you want to join a ministry that eats well, the production ministry eats well. And we have a place for you. And don't think you can stop by the room and get breakfast if you're not signing up for the team. Mary Ann has a special heart for the homeless. Let me read you a story from one of our team members about one of the things Mary Ann did. One Saturday morning at Metro Cafe, the team was all excited because they received brand new jeans and shoes for all the homeless people. Mary Ann told them they were a gift from someone, but really she'd gone out and purchased them all herself. She told me the story of walking into Walmart where she saw a bin of new jeans for $5 a pair. She called the manager and said, "I'll buy every pair of jeans if you'll give me a lower price." He did, and she bought every single pair of jeans. As she was walking out the jeans, she noticed a shoe bin just like the jeans. She called the manager again. Made the same deal for every pair of shoes. That day, Mary Ann bought new jeans and shoes so others could have them. And she got no recognition. Her joy didn't come from the fact that people knew she had purchased them. Her joy came from seeing people who hadn't had a new pair of jeans or shoes in a long time getting excited about receiving new clothes. Marianne knows there are some homeless people who can cook, and at the camps. And at Metro Thanksgiving, we save boxes of food on Thanksgiving morning. Marianne delivers boxes of food to homeless people around the city. She's faithful and committed. Marianne once said, even though I come home tired, want to kick back, God blesses me with joy and peace and strength and love and happiness when I'm involved in his work. Marianne, we want to present you with an award that's very special to our church family. It's given to individuals who model and live out our core value and who share their love in an uncommon way. Marianne, in recognition of your ministry of the homeless, your leadership and sharing ministry through the media ministry, because of your incredible heart for people, it's my honor to present you with the Every Soul Matters to God Award.
Thank you.
We love you. We have a gift for you as well. Yeah, you get to open it.
All right. I take them. Are they the right size?
They are the right size.
Okay, fantastic.
Because Parker's not going to look at your shoes. Now, you may say, Pastor, you just gave her hiking boots. Let me explain. Several years ago, Marianne went on a hiking trip to the Superstition Mountains. When she reached the top of a place called Peralta Pass, is that right? Mm-hmm. She was overwhelmed by the beauty of God's creation and his incredible grace. She began to thank him for the beauty around her and for giving her the strength to make it to that spot. And she experienced the same feeling she'd felt at the altar years before. Just the arms of Jesus. It was an overwhelming feeling of being blessed and one of the great God moments in her life. She talks about it all the time. And Marianne, a group of people who love you want to send you back to that place, to Peralta Pass in the Superstition Mountains, to the place that was a special part of your journey. Marianne,
I love it.
we love you. Merry Christmas.
Thank you so much.
And I believe that's the first time I've ever seen Marianne cry. And we will play that over and over and over again.
He's looking at you.
At least you don't have to worry about whether the boots will start. Let's see. Ashton, you want to read? Let's pick up the story again in Luke chapter 2.
In those days, Caesar Augustus issued a decree that a census should be taken of the entire Roman world, and everyone went to his own town to register. So Joseph also went up from the town of Nazareth in Galilee to Judea to Bethlehem. He went there to register with Mary, who was pledged to be married to him and was expecting a child. While they were there, the time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in cloths and placed him in a manger because there was no room for them in the inn.
Now, the Bible doesn't say why there wasn't room. Maybe the town was full of people coming to the census. Maybe no one wanted to create a place for someone who was giving birth to a baby conceived out of wedlock. We don't know. But there was no room for Mary and Joseph or Jesus. So Jesus is born in a manger, not exactly what you would expect for the Son of God. Jesus came not in a castle, but to a simple manger in Bethlehem as an ordinary man, God's gift to us. Want to keep going, Ashton?
And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. But the angel said to them, "Do not be afraid. I bring you good news of great joy that will be for all the people."
And that's a key part of the story. And that's one that's often missed. The angel said for all the people. They weren't just making a birth announcement. This was a first hint of the plan of God. This is one of the first moments that we find out this is for all people, everywhere and everyone. As a church, we're committed to not just caring for ourselves. We will be outward focused and care for others. We refuse to be selfish. We refuse to only care about our needs and preferences. Some people love that. Candidly, there are some people who don't, and they decide they don't want to be a part of an outward focused church because they want everything they want, and we miss them. But we won't lose sight of Jesus' command to take the gospel to all people everywhere. We will not give in to prejudice and hate and exclude people from our love who are qualified for his love, which is everyone. We can't. And I want to introduce you to someone who lives that out in a special way and invite her to come to the stage. Jocelyn Trantham. Would you come, Jocelyn? Sitting way in the back. Come on, sit by me, Jocelyn. I want to read to you what Pastor Lane wrote about Jocelyn. He wrote, "Marcia and I first met Jocelyn at the vet when we brought our dog Samba for shots and treatments. In conversations, we brought up our church. Jocelyn told us maybe she'd visit someday. At the time, we had no idea she struggled with social anxiety. Jocelyn's first Sunday was at Family Christmas 2013. She was literally paralyzed by the fact that she was in our church and so many people. She said all she could mutter were the words, 'Samba's dad,' when someone asked who she was looking for. When Pastor Lane's dog passed away recently, Jocelyn laughed and explained how God used the dog to get her in the doors of the church. Jocelyn joined Celebrate Recovery to work through her issues with social anxiety and began to work the process and has made great progress. The last Tuesday night of every month is chip night at CR. People get chips to mark milestones in their recovery journey, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, a year. When it was time for Jocelyn to get her 30-day chip, she wouldn't come to the front. Marcia came to the front and got it for her. At 60 days, she came to the front to get her chip, but had someone on each side of her to get there. And then as soon as she got her chip, she ran out of the room. The next time, 90 days, one person walked with her. The 6-month mark, I'll never forget. Jocelyn walked down and got the chip by herself. Remember? She got the chip, and I stood at the top of that aisle, in the middle of the aisle, watching with tears pouring down my face. And she got the chip, and this time she practically danced up the aisle to hug me. She's now a vibrant member of our church and Celebrate Recovery. She's here on Tuesday nights. She's completed a step study. She attends Life Recovery Central. She even brings people with her. The simple daily activities we take for granted have been huge milestones for Jocelyn and people like her who suffer from social anxiety. For almost 3 years, she hadn't gone to the store or bought groceries at a store. She can now do that. She's no longer bound by fear or anxiety. She's now able to live free rather than as a prisoner in her own home. And what a huge moment for her to be on the stage in front of her entire church family. Jocelyn's also very involved in ministry. She works with Pastor Parker in our online campus as a host for our online services. She connects with people, praying for them and connecting them to Jesus, and it is beautiful to watch. She does it all from her cell phone because she doesn't have internet or a computer. Jocelyn, some people who love you, I have some special gifts for you today. First, we just recognize it's a milestone to be able to go out to restaurants to eat. And so we want to help with that. And so we have restaurant gift cards to Olive Garden, Texas Roadhouse, which their rolls are just really, really good. And sweet potato with brown sugar and cinnamon and then marshmallows. And then you just keep asking her, bring more brown sugar and more marshmallows. We put that in that car, it would go right down that hallway. Chili's, Red Lobster for the seafood lover in you. Cracker Barrel, I recommend blueberry pecan pancakes. Another place where Jocelyn never would go before, to the movie theater. We got movie passes for you to celebrate. She said, oh my gosh, I've never been there. You'll love it. I wouldn't go to the Star Wars movie. It's 8 hours long. And we just celebrate stuff like going to the grocery store. So we have a $150 Kroger gift card for you. And we have a $150 Walmart gift card for you. And because we know you live quite a ways away and make the drive to church, we have $200 in gas gift cards for you. And then we have one more gift for you that we want you to open up. Now, I will tell you that it's a gift for her that also helps us. It is a new iPad with a cellular modem in it and with a year unlimited data, so you can host services online all week long, all day, every day. I just told her, I'm so proud of you making it up here. Yes, what a great moment. Jocelyn, we love you. Merry Christmas. You don't know how big a deal that is. For someone who struggled with social anxiety and couldn't go to a grocery store, to come and be on the stage in front of all of you. When she first came to church, she made it in the door, but she stayed in the online room with Parker, watching online, and then gradually made it into the building. And isn't the Lord good? And I just want to take that moment to tell you, no matter what your hang up or struggle, we'll love you through it. And we won't treat you as weird or different. You're part of our family. And I'll stand at the aisle and hug you when you get your 90-day chip and be excited. The Lord's good. All right, let's keep reading. Meredith, you want to read? Well, whether you do or not, just go ahead and read.
Today in the town of David, a Savior has been born to you. He is Christ the Lord. This will be a sign to you. You will find a baby wrapped in cloths and lying in a manger. Suddenly, a great company of the heavenly hosts appeared with the angel, praising God and saying, "Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace to men on whom his favor rests." When the angels had left them and gone into heaven, the shepherds said to one another, "Let's go to Bethlehem and see this thing that has happened, which the Lord has told us about." So they hurried off and found Mary and Joseph and the baby who was lying in the manger.
Now let's fast forward. Jordan, why don't you, people gave me a hard time. They said that I was hard on Jordan last year with his pronunciation of words when he read. So I just want to tell you, whatever pronunciation the Lord gives you, we're all going to say that's the right one. Okay? So pick it up there in Matthew chapter 2, starting with verse 1.
After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked,
Man, you did it. They were both right. Yes. That was the moment. Sorry, go ahead. That's just a big family Christmas moment.
"Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star in the east and have come to worship him." After they heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen in the east went ahead of them until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed.
First Christmas was a joyful occasion. Mary and Joseph discovered the joy of being parents of the Son of God. Shepherds and wise men were filled with joy. And still today, Christmas is a time for joy. You might be thinking, well, Pastor Rod, not for me. I'm not filled with joy. Joy is different than happiness. You can be unhappy, but still filled with joy. Joy comes from knowing you're not alone, even in the most difficult of circumstances. Joy comes from knowing that wherever you are and whatever you face, that God is with you and He's on your side. Joy comes from an eternal perspective. You can have joy in the middle of difficulty because you're not living for this life, you're living for the next life. Earth may not go the way you expected. In fact, we're promised that. Jesus said, in this world you will have trouble. But then He said, be of good cheer, I've overcome the world. This earth is just a temporary home. Heaven is your true home. I want to introduce you to some special ladies and their children who in the middle of challenging circumstances model a joy-filled heart and attitude. And this is going to be a little bit of Christmas chaos, all right? So here's who I want to invite to join me. We're going to do it all at once. I want Katie Martin and her son Joey to come. Katie and Joey, where are you at? Oh, they're there, okay. And I want Sheila Hill and her son Nick and her daughter Amira to come. What's up, man? Right there. Give it to me. And Valerie, Lee, and Makeda to come. You're welcome. And, oh, y'all come up front. Don't go back there. You're hiding somewhere. Where are we all going? Amira, you want to come sit right here by us? Special place of honor on the couch. Come on, baby. I like your hair. You're welcome. And one more. Christy Marshall and McKinley, Josie, and BJ. Baby, don't sit in back. You got to come around front. Yeah, we got room. All right. How are we doing? We're going to make some space. Oh, we got some kids coming up the aisle here. We did some, oh man. We'll make lots of room. Thank you, Rachel, for bringing him from. How old's BJ? Oh, come right here. Come take my spot. I'm good. It's about to be chaos anyway. I'm flexible. I'll come back here. Here we go. BJ, you want to come sit with me? Want to come sit with me? Oh, you're looking at the screens. All good, man. Life's happy. Let me just give you a quick thumbnail about each one of these moms. Katie and Joey, they're over here. For most single moms, finances are tight. Can I switch places with you? Because I realize that camera can't see me, and so people are just seeing nothing while I'm talking. There you go. For most single moms, finances are tight. But when Katie lost her job this year, it seemed almost impossible. And for weeks, the only food she and her son had was the food that you brought for them at church. So thank you. Thank you for sharing your lunch. And through it all, she's kept a positive attitude. All right? And Sheila, you're far from me, girl. If I had to choose a word to describe her, it would be grateful. She focuses on what she has instead of what she doesn't. I did a little bit of Facebook lurking, and here's a few of her posts. I'm thankful that I have eyes to see and books to read. Today's been a full day. Thank you, Pastor Rod, for reminding me I belong to the everlasting Father. And then today ends my staycation with the kiddos. We've laughed, we've cried, we've danced, ate good food, and I did rest a little. And then she started sermonizing. Parents, enjoy your children while you both are young. Take advantage of the moment God gives you, because once they're gone, you don't get them back. Let me just go ahead and correct you. They keep coming back. Yeah. Yep, just when you think they're gone, whoops. Valerie has faced a lot of tragedy in the lives of her family and friends this year. Serious car accident, illnesses, and death. A conflict at work that was overwhelming. She's moved to a new place to make life better for Makeda. With each new challenge, her faith and trust in God is strong and steady. And finally, Christy. Christy's been part of our church almost 5 years. And during that time, we've watched Christy grow. She's got a servant's heart, and she volunteers every chance she gets, helps with our single moms ministry, works in the Grove, our nursery, volunteers for events like Metro Thanksgiving. Like many single moms, Christy doesn't have a lot, but what she has, she shares with others. And ladies, 4 different families who love you wanted to bless you and your children this Christmas season. And so, ladies and gentlemen, this is about to be unmitigated chaos. So we're going to start with gifts for your kids. And I think we're going to have to just arrange them in different places on the stage. And, all right, go to Pastor Tyler there, BJ. Maybe? Makeda, that's your stack. All right, let's see. Pastor Parker will help you, BJ. Maybe? Okay. I love watching kids opening presents at Christmas. All right. It's a little overwhelming in front of this many people. No, go ahead, start opening. Yeah, don't wait. My goodness. Hey, BJ, here you go. Look, man, look, these are yours right here. Are these his right here? Hey, BJ. Hey, look at this. This is yours. That's for you. Check it out. Look what you got. Hey, BJ. Hey, BJ. BJ. I mean, that's cool. You got some more, man. Hey. Hey, BJ. We got a.
They look the same.
Yep.
All the paper looks the same.
Hey, BJ, you come here and get some more. Look, this is yours too. Look what else you got. Okay, I'll open it. Whoa, check that out. All right. That one's even, you got them making sounds. Look, that one makes sounds too. Okay. I'm just going to keep opening, BJ. Man, this is like, whoa. Oh, my. Check this one out, man. Check it out. Well, you want to come try it? All right. That one makes sounds too. He's happy with one. You want to open another one? Want to open this one? I really feel like we're making a real connection right here, you and me. Yep. Hey, you know what? That car runs better than Yoan's car. Yeah. Hey, BJ. Okay. Look at this, BJ. Look what you got this time, man. Oh, you got a basketball hoop. You got a basketball hoop. So you can hoop it up. Check it out. Look at that. All right. You want to open another one? Try opening that one. Oh, there you go. Yeah, just rip that paper off there. Just. This. I promise it's more fun when it's open. Oh, there, the girls, there you go. That's what we needed. We needed sisters. All right, sisters. Hey, girls, you could come help some more. Yeah. Help your brother, because I'm a failure. I think this is awesome, personally. I love that. Oh, a drum set. Oh, your mom's going to love that. That's awesome. Every little boy needs drums. All right, we'll show you those later. Oh, sweet. Check it out. Who is that? What? Oh, it's a Star Wars. Are you a Star Wars fan? Yeah, all right, great. A Mickey Mouse racetrack. That's pretty awesome. Oh, that got his attention. Hey, BJ, Mickey Mouse racetrack. Hey, BJ, I've had some Christmases with Cindy that weren't much different, but gift buying's tough. Oh, the first one, that's the problem. The first one was the best one. All right, let me come back here because what are you doing? You shaking that? Okay, show everybody. Find your favorite one and show it to everybody. Whatever your favorite one is, show it to everybody. I think I know your favorite one. Yeah. Is that your favorite one? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I know it's yours. I wasn't taking it. No. No, I'm not good at colors. I was giving that, I was letting you keep that. Yeah. All right. We also have some gifts for you, ladies. First, we have, I'm going to let, guys, why don't you pass those out, because I'll never accomplish this. We have reality events for the slam events for all the kids. Nick, reality events including the deepening, full paid for the year. And then we know that one of the things that's just not in the budget for single moms is family fun. And so I'm going to let Tyler and Parker hand these out. I'll go one at a time. First, we have for each of you a family membership to the Little Rock Zoo. Next, we have for you a family pass for the year to the Museum of Discovery. Next, we have for every member of your family season passes to Wild River Country. Next, we have, I don't know what Big Rock 4 is. Big Rock Fun Park. Used to be Gator Golf. The 4-activity wristband means you can do it all. 4 things. That's awesome. Next, we have a gift card to the movies. So you can take your whole family to the movies. Here they come. We got a lot happening here. Then, my good friends at Whole Hog had dinner for your family at Whole Hog, so you can do dinner and a movie. And make sure you sit at my table, because there's a table that's got a little thing that says Father Rod's table. Ask for my table. Yeah. It's a big table, plenty of room for the family. Next we have, the kids are going to love this, a gift card for the whole family to go to Chuck E. Cheese. Yep. With lots of tokens. Nick, we are super aware that most of that is not up your alley. And so we have for you an annual pass to every athletic event at North Little Rock High School for this year and next year. Then moms, we have some other gifts for you. For every mom first, we have a $100 gas card. We'll pass those out there. Next we have, because moms, listen to me, I have exact instructions for you with this card, because single moms never buy themselves a Christmas present. We want you to go buy yourselves Christmas presents, and so we have for each of you $250 Visa gift cards. And then we also know, sometimes just the daily essentials are challenging for single moms. And so thanks to our friends at Kroger who are sitting right here on the front row, we have a little something for you from Kroger. Here it comes, coming down the aisle. We have Christmas A full Christmas dinner is there, and we want to stock your pantry and your fridge with groceries for Christmas. And I'm going to let you all stay right here with me because we'll never figure out the gifts otherwise. But we love you and Merry Christmas. The wise men made a long journey. At the end of the journey, they found Jesus. And on coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary and bowed down and worshiped him. And can you imagine the moment when Mary held baby Jesus in her arms? No ordinary baby, the Son of God. And Mary knew she held the Messiah, the Christ child, the hope of the world. And that's the first moment where Jesus is worshiped, the Son of God come to earth. And that's the story. It all began in a manger in Bethlehem and led to a cross a few miles away on a hill called Calvary. It's not a Christmas fable like Frosty the Snowman. It really happened. And more than 2,000 years later, it's still touching and changing hearts and lives all over the world. And Jesus, we thank you for the miracle that is Christmas. Thank you for leaving heaven and coming to earth so we could become part of your family. And thank you, Lord, for family. Family that struggles together and suffers together and laughs together and cries together and celebrates together. Lord, I pray your blessings on these moms and their kids, every family represented here this holiday season. In Jesus' name. Would you worship with me? Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him. Oh, come, let us adore him, Christ the Lord. For he alone is worthy. For he alone is worthy. For he alone is worthy. Christ the Lord. Let's sing. We'll give him all the glory. 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 Christ the Lord. God bless you and have a merry, merry Christmas.